All right, what it is, what it do, what it be. It's your boy D Stu, aka Moscato Poppy on Instagram. Welcome to another episode of Burdened by Opinions. Let go.
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy. Oh man. Hey, yo, what's going on? You know me. It's your boy. This is another episode of Burdened by Opinions. Snoop Loots out to the people.
Hey, here we go. It's your boy C2 and Nasty. Moving to the good brothers, baby.
It's gonna be a
What's
rough
up, y'all? Praise God, man. We back here for another Saturday of Burdened by Opinions. We're going to say a quick prayer for G and his speaking. Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Yeah,
and let's start this show, baby.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a rough one.
All right, man.
Dude.
Anybody who ever watched the show, y'all know how we get down here on Burdened by Opinions. We start out with dope or dumb, give the guys a handful of topics. They tell me whether they think each one's dope or dumb, and give me their justification for going either way. And actually, this whole episode would be dope or dumb. So, yeah, we're just gonna roll right into it. Without further ado, man. Tinder. I don't dabble in the Tinder app myself personally, but based on a news article I saw this week, Tinder will soon allow you to run a background check on a potential date. And all they need is a name and, a phone number, I believe they need it. And it's gonna work across their whole partner of apps. So it'll be Tinder, OkCupid, Hinge, Match, and Match Group. And those will be all the apps where you can run an actual background check on people you run with. How do y'all feel about that? Is that dope or dumb that you can now run a background check on potential matches?
Is that legal?
I think.
Yeah, so you probably have to agree to it.
Yeah,
Get on the
you
app.
probably do. Yeah.
It's not gonna be free. You're gonna have to pay for it. I guess it's like a bonus extra that you can add on in the app.
I guess it's dope. You won't get caught up. I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
I don't want to say it's not dope because that's good to do a background check, but I think it should have something like every other platform, like a verified, you got to be solidly verified. So I'm saying, like, they should do the background check for you, so when you get on their app, you legit. You know what I'm saying? That way, I don't want nobody to see, okay, maybe somebody see I've been arrested one time before and they think, okay, I'm a criminal. Nah, maybe I got in a little trouble when I was little, because people have a past, maybe they don't want nobody to know about it, and then they have a conversation about it. But it can go left real quick.
Weren't they doing verified before though? They already be doing verification.
Yeah.
So that should be part of the background check, right?
But
what the background check checks for? It checks for
Yeah.
public records, reports of violence or abuse, including arrests, convictions,
Wow.
restraining orders, harassments, and other violent crimes. So that's the only thing the background check is going to show. It's not going to show like traffic tickets, nothing minor, just a past.
The majors.
violence.
Wow.
Right.
I mean, in that sense, I think it's kind of it's kind of dope. Actually, it's kind of dope because I mean, you do every once in so often hear about these horror stories on these dating apps and stuff like that. Horrors. I can't say the word. All right.
I just
But-
bullshit.
Your mama. But you hear about these kind of stories, and so I mean, I guess from that aspect, it would be dope. But what about the criminal that ain't never get caught?
True. That's
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it makes it safer for females
Yeah.
to link up. So, I mean, there's that portion, so I guess that's cool.
Yeah.
So is that a unanimous dope or everybody indifferent? Or?
I guess it.
I guess it's dope. I just call it indifferent. You know?
That's what I say.
I
I
want
guess
their
it's called
background check, boy.
Yeah, I guess it's indifferent, man. Dope,
I don't
dope.
think all of us got good jobs. Our background legit. We ain't got no bad background.
All right.
Yeah,
So
right.
we're moving on, man. Moving on to Cali. So in California, apparently their government they just issued guidelines for theme parks to start reopening. So one of the new guidelines is, they're trying to kind of minimize activities that could potentially spread COVID. So things like singing and screaming are not prohibited, but they're frowned upon in the new guidelines. So based upon that, at a theme park, you get on a roller coaster, naturally your reaction is to scream, but they want guests to refrain from screaming on all rides in theme parks in California. Additionally, if rides, all guests must face the same direction on rides. So if like you were facing somebody on a ride, you can't do that. So it's a whole bunch of
Okay.
other stuff too. So, how do y'all feel about no screaming on roller coasters in California for the foreseeable future? Dope or dumb?
Why
That's
wouldn't they
so-
just say wear your mask on the
Right.
ride?
That's so dumb,
You're not gonna
So-
stop me from screaming.
bro. Hey,
That's
Yeah,
the
come on.
point
Why you got
of the
80
ride, bro.
right, bro. Could you imagine
That's
being on
the
the roller
point
coaster
of the
doing this right here,
ride.
trying to hold your breath?
Right, bro. That first drop, bro, you just like,
Looking like a damn mime or some shit. You a mime or whatever. A big ass mime.
Bro, you
Yeah,
sitting
they
there
stop the
silent.
damn rides
stupid.
with loop.
Bro,
Make your ass get off
That's
because you screaming. You stop.
Stupid, man.
bro, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, bro, y'all really hurting bad for money. Like, all right, we're gonna give these safety guidelines.
No, not that.
Like,
Who's
bro,
sitting in these board meetings, bro?
like for real.
Like nobody young in these board meetings. Like, hold on. Really? Are we talking about not screaming on the right fun and games? Like, what are we promoting here?
Like what? Like, what are you gonna stop and make announcements and tell people like, shh, guys, you gotta keep it quiet.
You
Like
know what
what?
I'm saying?
It's in
Don't go to the
library.
basketball game and scream. Don't cheer on the team. Just be quiet and watch the game.
Wow, just clap lightly like
I
you
get
have
the
a tennis
concept,
match.
bro. I get the concept. I mean, you riding on the roller coaster. Somebody screams, spit flying back,
I mean,
slap somebody in
true.
the face. Somebody got
So
COVID.
should they
now.
just make it where you have to be, and the vaccine isn't 100%, but
It's not.
make it
But
so
you should
if you
just
come in, you
wear a
should just be
mask.
vaccinated?
No,
Like,
they should
like,
make
wear
it
a
where you wear a
mask,
mask, bro.
Is
Just
the
wear your
mask
mask.
a
At the
safety
same-
issue though? Because what
But
if
at
it
the same
hits somebody in
time-
the face? I think it might be a
You said what?
safety issue. I think the mask thing might be a safety issue.
Dog, how loose is your mask?
Right.
I'm just saying. I ain't in the board meeting, but I think I saw somebody say somewhere that the mask thing was a safety issue. Because if it comes off while the ride's going on and hits somebody in the face or something.
That's
like
true. That's bad too. But isn't that encouraged though? Like
People wear-
that's on you at that point. That's on you. You chose to go to this amusement park, get on the ride.
That's what I'm saying.
You know COVID's out here. You stay home.
Right.
If you
Right.
scared of COVID like that,
I don't, yeah, like you risking it. Like, I don't think nobody actually coming to the theme park is actually worried about it. These people just trying not to get sued. They're not trying to, they're not trying
yeah,
to risk their
that's
name.
all they cover. The cover
I mean,
their
they
Like-
can't enforce this. Once you're on the ride and the ride didn't start it, I mean,
It's
if you
gonna happen.
scream, what they gonna do?
Kick you out.
Hey, so
Hey,
when
which
you
way
get off,
you
hey,
scream?
yeah.
Hey, which one of y'all was up there screaming?
Get
Right.
on out.
Oh,
Yeah,
ain't,
man.
nobody, huh? Nobody, huh? Let's go to the
All
tape.
Everybody,
Y'all ain't even
everybody
know
come
it.
on
Right.
out.
This like, everybody come together.
Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go.
So nobody was screaming. I guess you all was screaming.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. The hand of one is the hand of all. Get out of here.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much a unanimous dumb one right there. But
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
it is what it is. All right, moving on, man. Quavo and what's it? Saweetie or Sweetie?
I
don't know.
I
Never
think,
knew how to pronounce
I
that
don't know how, yeah. So stupid.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Good God. I
Quavo
think that
and
name
Sweetie,
is
man.
terrible.
Let's just call
they
it
split.
S today.
They split. Everybody was going crazy on social media. Of course, as always, men took Quavo's side, women took Sweetie's side. They was together for a little minute, man. But apparently, Quavo, throughout the last year and change of their relationship, spent over $2 million on her. Bought her an iced out watch. Bought her a car, fancy car. Took her on trips. Did this, that, and the third. And she still. I guess she put out a statement where she said he didn't know my value or I felt undervalued, something along those lines. Well, it came out later on that Quavo actually cheated, which I don't think anybody was surprised by. But it is what it is. How do y'all feel about the Quavo and Sweetie breakup? Is it dope or dumb? If y'all have a dope or dumb opinion on it, or just give me some reactions.
It's dope, man. I enjoy seeing the celebrities break up because everybody puts them as goals, and then it's like, yo, every time y'all put somebody as goals, or that it's like so great, bruh. Understand that it's social media, and that's all it is. Like
Right.
people, they be sad and shit too. So
Right.
Well, right.
it's dope, man. And they got cheated, and he got. It's not dope that he cheated though. I mean, that's sad, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it's life. They humans, bro. People put celebrities on the pedestal like their relationships are perfect, but Nah, don't matter how bad. Just like how we talking about last week, bro. No matter how bad you are or how cute they make it, bro. Everybody can get cheated on, bro. Anybody can get cheated on.
Ain't it?
Bro, don't. She is pretty.
I mean,
she's pretty. She ain't
women,
bad.
I know, she looks good.
Women
She looks
celebrate
good.
her and call her bad. So that's
She
all
looks
that
good.
matters.
Don't make a comparison. Don't you do it.
I ain't got nothing to say about it. Y'all go ahead.
All right, because he was about she ain't no. You was about to get on in, but nah. Hey, I second that, TJ. I do think it's dope too because relationship goes. Every time you look around, every time he's doing something for her or just celebrities in general, you see the shade room pop up. Oh, looks like they're doing this, and everybody be all up under the comments. Oh, this is amazing, and they be trying. And I think this is, if anything, people need to realize, just like TJ said, these are real people, and like. You got to adjust your lifestyle because you don't get an AP, you don't get a Birkin. Like I just it's just.
Why would that be the
stupid.
goal, bro? I never
Like
understand.
it's so
Bro, it's like
stupid.
just trying to flaunt on people, bro. It's like, bro, to say that people talking about know your worth and all that stuff for yourself and personally. Everybody seem to still be looking at name brands to tell them their worth.
Right.
It seems like.
Right, bro. If your
worth
worth is based upon your money, you really ain't worth nothing because money come today and go tomorrow. You
My
know what I'm
worth
saying?
ain't based upon no man's opinion, but you want the man to spend his money to validate your worth.
Right.
Make it make sense, yo.
Make it make sense, dog.
But
Go ahead,
y'all on it, bro. I mean, at the same time, relationships, bro. People like gotta realize it might work, it might not work. Especially in this day and age, like we seen a lot of relationships don't work. J-Lo just happened. I mean, like, it happens. Like, so when your man break up with you or whatever, you break up with your man, I don't see you and your homegirls throwing a pity party on social media like that. So what's the difference? Like, that's the problem though. People need to keep some of their stuff in-house.
Hey, I tell you who I am waiting on. That Lloyd Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. I'm waiting on that.
Everybody waiting on that. Everybody waiting. Everybody, it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. Her track record.
Boy.
Her track record. She got a proven track record. Everybody knows it's coming.
What do
I
people
don't know.
expect from Quavo and Saweetie though? They expect them to be Beyonce and Jay? Did they expect them to get married?
Right.
I think so. I guess so. I don't know.
Or like Gucci and Keisha K.O. or something like that. That'd be more so of a
Like Jeezy, but
I
know
don't
they
understand
said
what
Jeezy.
people thought the end was gonna be. Like,
So what is she, like 20 something? She young, ain't it?
she's like
Yeah,
26,
Quavo.
27, something like
Okay.
that.
Quavo 29.
Oh, our age, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But
My thing is though, man. I mean, they get in relationships, I get it, but you're a rapper, bro. At 29,
that's what I was about to say
what you
too.
getting married for, bro? What you even getting in a relationship for?
Like you're an entertainer, bro. Yeah.
Bro, come on, bro. You know you're not ready yet.
Your
Like, you need to
relationship
go
goes
ahead
against everything you rap about.
Bro.
You might as well do
Dad.
like Jeezy. Wait till you like
Hey.
40, and then
Bro.
go ahead and get married.
Take
then,
your
bro.
time, bro.
Wait till
Yeah.
Jay-Z,
Ain't no
like
need.
Jay-Z, he waited till he was
Bro.
about what, late 30s, early 40s.
out the
before he grabbed
game,
Beyonce?
getting out the game, right?
Bro, 29, bro.
Facts.
He got too much temptation to even be faithful at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying. I was about to say that too. Like you're a young entertainer, then you dating somebody else famous. Like, hey, call it what you want, but women harp on stuff like that. They throw themselves at you hard, especially when you a guy status and what have you. Just men in general. It's like sometimes women can smell relationships on you, and they don't care. Their job is to ruin that thing for you. But when you got a bag and you got something to lose, it's almost like blackmail. So like, why put yourself in the situation, bro? Now you out here, man.
Especially if you know you ain't ready, dog. Especially if you know you ain't ready.
Right. Maybe he thought you was ready at the time.
Which could be.
People just make a big deal out of people cheating now, and it's like, bro, what y'all expect
so
men to
stupid.
do? This is what men do until they get married.
Uh-oh.
We cheat. We cheat, and then
Don't say
Found
that,
one.
dude. Don't say that.
Oh,
found one eventually.
Ooh, that boy done loaded today. Ooh, shots
How many relationships
dropping.
y'all been in over the course of your life? How many relationships that you don't count because you the exception? How many relationships did you not cheat in before you found one that you decided, I'm gonna rock with this one for a while?
You
It
asking
took a while. It takes a while. It takes a while. You really, yeah.
No. Let's get transparent. Let's get transparent.
I know.
Let me think. Let me take a second. How many?
Yikes.
It might be. I didn't cheat on Ashley, bro. That's one.
One out of how many?
Oh.
Nancy, you laughing?
Hey, I'm still at work though. I'm still at work. I had a fail moment, so I'm still in work, man. I dropped the ball.
Tell you, before I got married, I might have been in one other relationship where I didn't really cheat. You know what I say?
But hold on. Are we talking we make the first move or if they cheated too? Because I was in those situations a lot. Now I was reckless back in college.
Nah, I was out here. I ain't gonna even put.
I waited till they made when they made that move. They're like, oh, it's fair game now. Shit, we on the even playing field.
Facts. That's it. That's me too. Same. Facts.
Oh yeah.
Low key.
I forgot cheated on, bro. I just want to say, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got cheated on first. I did have a female who went out, like I cheated, and then we started talking again, and then she went out and did something out of spite to get back at me because I cheated on her first. I did have a female like that, but I don't think I ever got cheated on first.
That you know of.
That
Right.
You're right.
That you know of.
That you know of. Shit.
Right. When the cat's
That's my
away,
women
the
had the courtesy to hide it.
Right, but hey, they way better.
As long as I don't know, I ain't got cheating on there.
Yeah, like probably one, two, my current. Yeah. Two, three, something like that.
I think in your
But like you said, once you get older though, once you start getting older, you realize, okay, that shit is no longer, it's not fun no more.
I don't think it's that it ain't fun. I think we just
I
ain't
ain't
energy
gonna
no
say
more.
that.
But you just be like,
You ain't got the energy to put into it, bro. Yeah,
You gotta weigh out the risk, and you got to think of 3 lies to cover up the first one you told, and bro, it's too much, man.
Yeah, the desire ain't as like back in your early days. Like the desire be so strong, you just be like, I don't care what I'm gonna take to I go and do it. But now it's like I ain't got the desire to do the extra stuff. I just rather just chill, basically.
Yeah, I guess just on the mental aspect, like just with maturing, like bro, like it's not fulfilling anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to deal with the headache.
That's
the headache of trying to headache of trying to keep one and the other one and trying to keep the other one quiet. Like, bro, it's too messy, bro. I ain't got the energy. You just going on by your business, dog.
and at a certain point, you don't get like praise for that shit no more. You don't get like a badge of honor for having 8 chicks when you almost 30. Like, your boys
over 30.
Well, it depends. No. I'm about to say it depends.
Hyping them up.
Right. Because it depends. Our crew, our unit, we don't roll like that. But back in the day, But once we got on, you like, what are you doing now? Like, so I know, like you said, I know some dudes nowadays older than like, okay, I'm about to go get another one. Like, damn, nigga, you ain't done yet?
I ain't got the time.
Brother, I ain't got it, bro.
Bro.
Ain't there, bro.
So when y'all
Might
was
be the
in,
max to
because
entertain.
I wanted this. When y'all was in high school, did y'all get chicks like that?
What?
Like you could go out to a game and you get 3-4 numbers. You can go out to, let's say you go out to a theme park on a field trip. You get a few numbers.
Well, we played sports, so that was the big thing. You know what I'm saying? All us
really
people
that
like, hey, dog. Every away game we went to, like, hey, I gotta have one in the stands. I gotta get one in the stands. That was the goal. We gotta get one in the stands. So doing halftime, doing the girls' game, everybody goes to the touchdown. We out there trying to get it. We out there hunting. So that was it back then, but that was the game.
I was having a conversation a while ago with somebody, and it was like dudes that didn't really get no play early in life tend to cheat or like try to be a player.
Trying to catch up on time they missed
like,
off.
Yeah, they trying to catch up because you ain't really get no play when you were
right.
That's not really true either, because
I can see a part of that.
I wasn't really out here pushing.
It depends on how long it took them. Like if they weren't getting no play in college too, then it's like, all right, you guys milking into
Yeah,
adulthood.
yeah. See, that's when the switch went off. Like the switch went off in college, bro. Yeah,
right.
that's when it went off. So
Twofold.
like,
Yeah.
So
What you
this twofold. So since that, can you say basically the same thing if a female didn't have her whole phase during those times and she
that's scary.
get it 26, 27, like they playing catch up too? Like it could be the same thing.
I ran into some women that played catch up, brother. Actually, last
I have too. I have
that's
too.
tough.
yo,
They've been doing their whole thing for first couple years in high school, college. They're like, okay, but it didn't work out. They're like, well, shit, I'm tired of that.
I think those women turn into IG models more so than full-blown hoes. I think
Elaborate, brother. Elaborate,
They
brother.
like that attention from men because they didn't get that
Okay.
attention early on.
Okay.
So they might not
Okay.
necessarily be out here having sex with a lot of men, but they long for that attention. Like, oh, people are telling me I'm pretty now. People are validating my beauty now. So
Okay.
I think you get more of that. You get more of a high from social media as opposed to having sex with men.
to some that was out here having sex.
I know.
doing
Throwing
their thing.
busting it open.
Yeah, busting open, brother, wide open. And just like, yeah, I didn't really date like that when I was younger. So now I'm dating. I'm out here.
Right.
Like, okay, got you.
Right.
Let me just hop in and hop
10-4.
out, and I'm be gone.
Right, yeah, 10-4. All right,
You ain't about to play me, cuz.
not to take you seriously, cuz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good question, Snoop. That's a pretty good statement as well. Yeah, I think I don't know, man. Anybody else got another question? Like anything that could circumvent around that? This is a little dead space, so Steve gonna have to chop this up. We got to keep the conversation kind of rolling, kind of tight.
I mean, we can go into the next topic, the NCAA.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, we still got one more.
We still ain't dope and dumb, dog.
Oh, dang,
The whole
bruh.
episode dope or dumb.
Oh, I'm wild and cut this part out.
I was like, what is G about to say?
I thought we was only doing like the 3 dopes and just kind of letting the conversation flow. Remember how
Topic.
that 30? Yeah, the 30-minute
That's why
conversation went.
That's why we added.
Right.
Got a little icy hot.
Mm.
All right, moving on, man. So the NCAA tournament kicked off between the women's tournament kicked off last week, right?
Nah, it
And
starts
the women's
Sunday.
tournament. It starts Sunday.
Yeah, it starts Sunday.
That just
Bruh.
that goes to show what we about to talk about right now.
No, it just goes to show for who don't watch sports like that.
The men's tournament kicked off this week, man. The first 4 games started on Thursdays, but
Thursday.
anyway. So some women's players put out some pictures on social media, and it started with just the weight room. The women's weight room's looking real skinty in there, and the men's had a
Yoga
full
studio.
workout room. Looked like they had every piece of equipment known to man in that workout room. But the women were saying, man, look what they give us versus what they give the men. Then it went to the food. Look what they give us versus what they give the men. And it's
food
been
was
going
terrible.
on and on and on. The NCAA put out a statement saying, we're sorry, but we didn't have, at first they said we didn't have the space to put a full weight room for the women. And then, of course, one of the players was like, look at our practice court. And look at all this space over here. And I was like, So the NCAA ain't put out a statement yet since, that came out. But, yeah, man, we're not gonna say dope or dumb. We won't go dope or dumb on this one. But we're just gonna get some reactions. How do you guys feel about the whole disparity between the men's amenities at the tournament and the women's amenities at their tournament? And why do you think it is? And do you feel like it's justified, or do you feel like it's wrong?
Okay.
Say, all right, yo, this is like, okay, you work for a company. You have a regular employee that brings in, maybe $50,000. Brings in like $50,000 worth of revenue for the company. That's cool. You get your cubicle. That's fine. Then you have the executive that brings in millions of dollars, and he has his corner office. Nobody complains about that because you see the disparity in the revenue. You see that this executive brings in more money to the company, so you don't fuss about that. So why are people sitting here trying to make a big deal out of limited resources for the women's when they don't bring in the revenue? Like, what are you guys fussing about? Like, it's clear as day. They don't bring in that much revenue, so of course their amenities are not going to be up to par with the men. Like, that's easy to see. There's nothing to debate about that. If you have a problem with it and you like complain about it, bro, go to the games, go to women's basketball games, give them more revenue. They don't need them posting. Be an advocate for them and actually go to the game and make people go to the game.
Right.
So I don't get it.
I just think I wholeheartedly agree with most of what TJ said. Almost all of what TJ said, actually. I just think, man, it's not that people who make the argument that
Go ahead and say it. It's less entertaining. Say how you feel. Say it with your chest. Say it
I'm
with
not
your
saying
chest.
women are less than men. I'm not saying the women don't deserve the same thing the men deserve. I think they do. I think they're incredible athletes.
Exactly.
I think what they do, they should be well respected. But I just think when you look at it from a numbers perspective, you have to be realistic and say, yeah, man, they don't bring in as much money, so I don't think it's realistic to expect the same amenities across the board in all sports. At some schools, the baseball program doesn't get the same amenities. Why? Because the fans may not support the baseball team like that. In certain schools, look at Coastal soccer team when we was in college. Them boys go deep in their tournament every year. Why don't they get everything that the football team gets? Because people don't go see the games like that. People don't invest money into that particular program like that. I mean, I just think being realistic, you can't expect to have apples and apples when it comes to the men's tournament and the women's tournament, because the men's tournament has just been around for so much longer, has so many more blue bloods, has so much more money. Of course, they're just going to have so many more amenities. Now, could they have done a better job in San Antonio with the women's tournament? Yes, they could have. Could they have given those women better food? Yes. But for people making the argument that they should have the exact same things as the men, all the stuff that the men have, I can't agree with that.
Bro,
Do they
it's just like
deserve
any
it?
other
Absolutely.
program. Yeah, they deserve it. But it's just like any other program. Like, bro, nobody's out here arguing that, Temple doesn't have the field house of Alabama football team. Because it's like, bro, Alabama makes more money.
Yes.
Like, it's clear. It's only because it's men and women that they always trying to make this gender war. But it's just like, no, it's not even about gender or equality. It's about finances. It's literally about business. Y'all don't have the revenue. I can't expect that.
It's about the money. It's about the money. And if you don't
It has
have
nothing to do with them being women, bro. It has
don't
nothing to do
have
with them being women.
It really has nothing to do with them being women. I'm not going to lie to you. It really does. Because I'm pretty sure if those teams could go, let's say every team that made the tournament go and book their own hotel rooms in a non-COVID world where they're not in a bubble. Let's say every team get to go book their own hotel rooms. Do you think the UConn and Gamecocks programs are going to have the same amenities in their hotel as the team that barely got in the tournament?
No.
Right.
No, because
Right.
those
The one that barely
They're
got
not.
it,
programs have more
They're not.
money.
Right.
Like, that's just the way it
Right.
goes, bro. The same way in the men's game. Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, those programs, when they go to the tournament, they're going to have better rooms and amenities than a Coastal Carolina if they go.
That's
So
a fact.
I don't get what the big deal is. I mean, I get everybody want to make it women versus the world, but in some respects, yes, women are playing on an uneven battlefield, on a uneven playing field. They don't get all the respect they deserve, and I do sympathize with them. But everything ain't
Bingo.
about
Not every
men
case.
versus
You just
women.
hit that. But you just hit the nail on the head. Bingo. They don't get the respect they deserve. That and see, that's my standpoint. I'm not saying they should have everything, but at least the bare minimum. One sets of weight. That ain't even the bare minimum. That's just piss poor.
I give you that. I know we was talking
That's
earlier.
piss
I was
poor.
bullshitting, yeah.
That's
I think
piss
you
poor.
deserve more weights. They do.
Now,
They do.
Now that's where I'm coming from.
Bruh.
Like I'm coming.
Right.
I gave all y'all time. Let me get my time. I gave all y'all
I
time.
ain't get my time because
You
you
was
man went
first.
through naked.
You was first.
Little man got
Wow,
it.
Okay, but I'm on the same, because I'm sorry, I got the same mindset as African American coaches. Black coaches don't get the same opportunity as white coaches. That's how I feel about this here. We've been coaching the same sport, doing the same things, putting in the same amount of work. Eric Bieniemy should have had a head coach job. He don't call plays. He don't do this. You gave Joe Judge a head coaching job. He was a special teams coordinator. So, like, he don't even have no weight on Eric Bieniemy's resume. Now, with the women, they don't deserve the same. They might deserve Planet Fitness like the men get. But this is an NCAA tournament put on like the NBA in a bubble. When the NBA had their bubble, they gave them boys, we talked about that episode, little what, 2 plates? Those little plastic plates. They gave them boys those little plastic plates. If you putting this on, you footing the bill. You chose to put them in this environment, you should do better. Because now it is your responsibility. The hands is in your hands. You chose to make this environment. The bubble was put under by the NBA, not the players. The players didn't build the bubble. The NBA did. So you got the money to build this bubble. Put that money to use. If we taking care of our athletes, take care of your athletes.
Now, all right, you made a good point. Now, we saw the struggle plates that the NBA had first off, right? The NBA, probably one of the most richest leagues. Like, the women basketball team basically had the same plates.
But let's talk about it though.
And get more money.
But was that being cheap? But wasn't they being cheap though? We know they was being cheap. The NBA could afford bigger, better plates.
Yeah, NBA was being cheap. Women's NCAA made, but this is all we can do. We tried to get y'all the best we could do.
Is it though? Do we know that for a fact?
Stop,
do we know that for a fact,
bro? Stop.
Do we know that for a fact?
No. We don't know,
right?
But it could be.
You're right. So that's my thing. So if it is, okay, I'm fine with that. But I don't think it is. I know for a fact it's not, because if you had all that money to spend on the men, then you should have spent some money on the women too, man.
But do you think? Yeah. But my thing is though, do you think in this Me Too movement and all the equality stuff that's going on, do you think that they really said, "Oh, it's women over there. We just gonna give them the lesson, the worst shit possible"? I don't think they would think like that, bro, because they know how to.
I think, but you just said could be.
Bro, who gonna check about it, bro? What's going to happen to the NCAA if they don't?
It's some people that make those decisions that don't really care.
They're gonna take pictures of it. You knew
they can take pictures, but what, bro? Like bro, the NCAA could literally not make one statement about it. I bet you fans are still gonna fill up these like, say if the world open up, I bet you fans are still gonna tune into all the men's basketball and football and all that stuff too. But the NCAA, just like a lot of organizations, when it comes down to race, when it comes down to gender equality, they are so powerful now to where that, like, if they don't say nothing or if they don't address it how people feel that they should address it, they're not gonna lose any stride. Because what, just like y'all was saying with the NFL a couple of years ago with Cap and, you know, with the whole boycotting thing, right? Like, bro, that don't mean nothing, because why? Has the NFL lost a beat since that happened? No. Cap still ain't got no job, bro. They got the power. Like, bro, they can really just be like, okay, we can do that, bro.
Because they know it's not going to affect them. It don't really affect me. They know that.
I'm still watching the
Me too. I ain't gonna lie. Me too.
Exactly, bro.
Basketball game, and I just forget about it. I'm gonna forget about it.
Exactly, bro.
That's how they feel. Like, okay, right now it's a moment now, but let's in a couple more months, by August, when football's around, who's talking about this? Who's talking about this now? Nobody.
Bro,
you know who's not complaining? You know who not gonna complain? The teams that barely made the tournament. I guarantee you, the women that came and made these posts about the food, what program they came from?
Go look it up. That was the number one player, old girl, from Baylor. Came from Baylor. Oh, she was at Baylor.
Baylor's at number 5 right now.
A blue blood women's program, right?
Yep.
So
Baylor.
She's accustomed to certain amenities that her program can afford her. Why?
Because they win.
But see, I get
money. Because she's supported by a lot of boosters in a pre-COVID world.
I get you.
She's accustomed to certain things. Those women from those other smaller schools are not having these complaints because they're used to getting the bare minimum.
Nasty.
But hold on. Let's look at the present. Hold on. Let's look at the present. You talking about those amenities non-COVID. This is COVID. The NCAA put this on. So let's talk about who was in control. The NCAA is in control.
Programs are getting a taste of what these other schools experience when they go to the tournament.
Hey, Snoop. Hey, so you saying South Dakota State gonna complain about what they getting right now?
All right, yo. So I saw this Facebook post, man. this week, and they was asking who is your '90s crush, and they had a list of various women from. I don't think it had Lisa
Megan
Rail
Good.
there,
Picture
but it
shall
had,
be posted.
Megan
Megan
Good,
Good,
Gabrielle
Angelina Jolie,
Union,
Gabby.
Holly,
Is Megan Good?
Y'all
not
look
Lathan.
Nah, she
Peter Megan
She's
Good?
90
late
90s,
90s, late 90s,
Yeah,
2000,
she's 2000s, yeah.
late 90s, 2000.
Yeah.
That the chick from Scary
Because she looks like a baby compared to these women.
Real.
You say chick from
Nah.
Scary Movie, which one?
Who's the
Nah,
chick?
she ain't up there.
That's what you got? We just talking about her. Stacey Dash. We ain't talking about Stacey Dash and her little
Nah,
comment.
not Stacey Dash. Talking about bottom row, second from the left.
I can't see the picture.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Drew Barrymore,
That's-
man. Not Drew Barrymore. What's her
That's
name?
Gabrielle Union, boy.
No. He said second from the left.
Oh, second from the left.
I can't. Carmen,
Angelina Jolie.
Bro,
Oh, okay.
Angelina Jolie is at the top, bro. That is Carmen, not Carmen Diaz. I can't remember her
Electra?
name. No, not Carmen Electra. I can't remember her name. The white chick.
You said bottom
I was
left.
trying not to say that, but
The second person, the white chick, bro.
Wait, let me
That's
see, man.
That's Angelina, boy.
Angelina is at the top, son. Stop lying, boy. Get your eyes checked. I'm wearing glasses.
That's Carmen Diaz, ain't it?
Carmen Diaz, yeah.
Yeah.
That boy, you looking at the same woman?
At the bottom?
At the bottom, bro. Angelina
that
Jolie is the
that
top three,
Carmen
bro.
Diaz, nasty. I just looked it up. That's Carmen Diaz. Carmen.
At the bottom left.
Bruh, look at the third picture on the top. Like,
He said bottom left. He said bottom left.
bottom left, the white woman is Carmen Diaz, brother. Angelina Jolie is the third woman across the top, son.
Is about to say white woman.
Yeah, I was. Golly.
Anyway, since the yelling has finally calmed down, mine personally, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, I was a big fan of Megan Good, but also, bro, Angelina Jolie stole my heart, bro. She was so beautiful back in the day, bro. As soon as I seen her face and her lips, bro, I was like, yeah, that's it for me. That did it for me. So that was the one that I picked, man. What about y'all, fellas?
This is
early-
This is tough for me.
Early
This is
on,
tough for
in
me.
the 90s.
It's
Who
Jada
I like back
and
in-
Nia Long, bro.
God.
It's between Jada and Nia Long, bro.
Nia Long
Nia Long was tough, boy.
hey,
Between
I'm not,
Jada and Nia Long.
I'm not
But
going.
Jada with that cut. Jada with that cut was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, she was tough too.
Early,
It's Nia attitude, but it's Nia attitude because Nia, if you just look at her face value, she's not that fine.
But what
But
about
for some, we just attracted to it, huh?
Huh?
the
what?
staple for generations?
Holly, of course, Holly. She number one, hands down. Holly, Holly.
And then you got Sanaa Lathan right there too.
Now, Lathan's right there too. I know.
She was
Hey,
fine too.
I'm not gonna cap. Clueless, Stacey Dash for me. That was
Stacey
early
Dash was
on,
fire,
bro.
Stacey
Clueless,
Dash was- yeah.
Clueless, Stacey
Yo.
Dash, bro. She was
Hey,
like,
she was in that,
she intrigued me as a little boy. Yeah, when she did All Falls Down. That's right. Yeah.
Took them glasses off and you seen them
Yeah.
eyes, bro. I was like, shit.
Yes, bro. It was Stacey and Nia for me. Stacey and Nia. Yeah.
For me, my first four out is probably
Okay, Final Four references. I like you.
first four out. Probably Carmen Diaz, Nia Long, Megan Good, Gabrielle Union. Those probably my
Who's
first.
shorty on the right?
Facts.
Who's shorty on the bottom right?
I have no idea.
You said first four out. That's your first four out, D?
My first
Yeah, that
four
ain't
out.
it. That ain't made the cut. That ain't made the
A
cut.
lot of them are bad, but
That's
I
the
just
album.
don't. Megan Good, 90s Megan Good. We talking about Cousin
Yeah.
Cedar. I wasn't really on her like that in Cousin Cedar.
Yeah,
She was bad.
when she got older. Yeah, waist deep and not waist deep.
Bruh, 99, it said 99, 2000s, bruh, so it counts the early 2000s. D.
Okay. All right. Well, she already out now, so she gotta stay out. I'm a
top three.
them top three.
Top
on the
three.
right. Them top three on the right. Sanaa Lathan and Angelina Jolie and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
That's a hard lineup to beat right
That
there.
is,
bro.
bro.
That's a
that
hard
is.
lineup to beat.
Okay. I'm with you. I see you.
Angelina Jolie, Sanaa Lathan, Halle, and out of them three,
Just go ahead and say Halle. Go ahead and say it.
I'm gonna say Sanaa Lathan, bro. I'm gonna say Sanaa Lathan.
I left Sanaa out, man. I forgot, but my top 4: Holly, Sanaa, Nia, and Jada Bo.
Well, love that Nia.
But
I do love Nia.
yes, Bo.
All right. So my top 4. Oh, Ness, you and Dan. Go ahead, bro.
I done.
Oh, my top 4.
We got a wild card. Who we missing? There ain't nobody missing off this list.
Nah.
Who's your one?
Ain't no wild card.
Lisa Ray kinda
Who's your
listed.
one?
Lisa Ray. Wow, that's an honorable mention. Lisa
Yeah,
Ray.
Lisa Ray. Somebody else missing too.
Nia, Bo. I'm sorry, Nia. I don't know how Nia get over Holly, but Nia, Bo.
We got 2 for
What's
Nia
that?
Long.
What's that girl
one for Sanaa
from? What's that girl from?
Say the
Scary
last dance
movie.
you about to say?
Regina Hall.
Regina
Yeah,
Hall.
Regina Hall. She's
Yeah.
pretty fine too, yeah. She looking better with age. I think that she's aging the best.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Nia's my number 1, man.
Hands down, Bo.
Nia.
That 90s Nia.
Y'all
Well,
think Regina Hall bad?
I think she's
Y'all
better.
think she aging well?
Oh, we might be thinking about King. Look up Regina King.
Oh, I think you talking about. Hold on, y'all boys wild.
It's a
No,
difference.
I'm not talking about
I feel
Regina
that conversation
No.
going real.
No, Regina
Real
King is
wild.
not the good looking one.
Regina
Y'all
Hall,
wild.
one that- she's like a comedian. She always do like the
Yeah.
comedic roles in films.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, she ain't bad looking. I just never looked at her like
Tough.
she was.
thought she was
on-
pretty
I
sexy,
never
bro.
would
I
have put
said
her
she
on the
was
list.
Nah, she
Yeah.
probably not on the list. She probably not on the list. She's just one of my fan favorites. She's one of my favorites. But yeah.
So I used to love Ashley from Fresh Prince. So
Tatiana? Oh, Tatiana.
yeah, Tatiana Ali.
There
Yeah,
was a
she was
picture
fine.
floating around of her showing that she had aged really well.
yeah. She looked the same, bro. She almost 40 now.
You
Y'all
know who
realize
looked
that?
Bad? Hillary.
Terrible.
She aged bad, bro.
bro. She looked.
Yeah.
She terrible, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what
She
happened.
ain't had good shelf life, bro.
None.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We really don't.
That was it.
We on here talking like like we in the group chat.
Right.
Right.
Hey, I got a question.
That's why I tried to wrap it up real quick. We wild.
Well, they got comfortable. Like, yeah, she fell off.
Was Laura really bad though? Laura was never bad to me.
She was. When she had the cut. When she went to the cut.
Laura Winslow?
When she went to the cut.
I think
Hey,
it
what?
was the cut.
It was the cut.
It was that cut was revolutionary for a lot of women
It
at
was.
that time.
It was. It was, bro.
I didn't think
She
she
said,
was
Lord
bad.
Winslow?
I never thought she was bad.
Lord
Myra was bad. Myra, she passed, God bless her. So nah, she was fine.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, look at Laura Winslow. Now.
I was just looking.
She big, boy.
Yeah, she big, bro.
Big, boy.
She
Boy.
big. Oh, y'all getting reckless, man.
Wrap this up. Wrap this up.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, wait, Dave Chappelle would wrap it up, but wait, wrap this up. Nah. Yo, wow.
Hey, Nancy said, ooh, look at Laura Winslow. I said, she big.
Y'all ain't like I follow. Like I eyes. See?
Them boys said, oh, is she big, bro?
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Hey, it caught me off guard. I typed it in. I'm like, oh.
Oh, my God. This is hilarious, bro.
It's been another episode, of everybody. I'm BC, aka Moscato Podcast. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Hey, she
He the crew that popped in, boy.
Hey,
He the crew with a guest appearance.
follow me on IG at GXBoy_. Don't attack me, but have a conversation.
Woo.
Oh, God.
America, sorry. He just popped in this time. Y'all boys seen the Heathens live and in person. That was the Heathens. Wasn't worried about opinions. So don't hold Burning by Opinions accountable. That was the Heat.
Big Boe.
I don't know the boys.
That was big. That was huge.
But hey, your boy 6'2" and nasty.
Huge.
All right, man. We out, man. This Thurn signing off. Another episode, man. Make sure you follow the Instagram page at Burning by Opinions, and make sure you follow the YouTube page at Burning by Opinions. Sorry that we let loose a little bit.
Lord have mercy.
But
Them heathens.
this is how it is. Everyday life, man. Everyday life. You know, it is what it is. But y'all have a blessed night, blessed week. We out.
That boy TJ really said, y'all boys just got some eyes.
Hit that end, bro. Hit that end.